Very brief. Nikos Papadopoulos will talk on behalf of the organizing committee. Then we will have a message from the co-chair, Jose Cuero. Later, from Mr. Apostolo, who is representing the mayor of Nausa, will make a welcome speech as well. Just to give you some very brief notes about today's program, please note that after the two plenary talks by Dr. Costa and Dr. Koeple, we will have a morning coffee break in the cafeteria just in walking distance from this place. It's about 100 meters, it's Cafe Neon. And later on, about 1:30, there will be a coach that will drive us to St. Nicholas. It's a special area just 2 kilometers outside of the city, where we will have the lunch break. The same coach will return us back to the venue center. So,
and Sakis Molasiotis to welcome you to Nausa, a city bearing a long history that goes back in the millennia. Briefly, this is the area where Alexander the Great, as most of you heard yesterday evening, was taught by Aristotle, the founder of biology and science in general, and of course a great philosopher. There are many other important landmarks in the history of the city and the area in general that established Central Macedonia as a major center for the Greek culture, history and heritage. Besides the historic and environmental aspects of the broader region that renders this place unique.
I'm Jose Garcia from INRA, Bordeaux, cherry breeder and chair of this action, so I want to thank all of you because I think it has been a very nice experience. And as Nico said, even though it was very multidisciplinary, I think we managed to create a nice network. And now the challenge, of course, is to know how to make it live after the action. And we will try to see this during these days. We will have time for discussion, management committee meeting, and many opportunities, I hope, to keep on building strong links. I, of course, want to thank the organizers. I think you did a tremendous job, the three of you and Georgia. Very nice team, and it was a pleasure to work with you. It was intense, but it was, I think it worked out very well. And I know it was not so easy for all of us to find the way to reach Nausa and everything, but I think finally we solved all the problems, and it's important to understand that it's difficult to organize this kind of meetings. I did it in Bordeaux, and it was much easier because there was not so much distance from airport and everything, but I think that...
It's a common truth that when we have a scientific conference, the politicians should talk the less, because the reason is simple, the conclusions become more fruitful. So, I will announce the salutation on behalf of Mr. Mayor. So, your patience please. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our Mayor and as the President of the City Council, I have the pleasure to welcome you to Hospital Nausa, where the sustainable production of high-quality cherries for the European market conference will take place for the next 4 days. The cherry cultivation has traditionally been very important for the region of Nausa, mostly because it is one of the main products that fertile Macedonian soil gives us, which contributes to the agricultural development of the region. We hope that the implementation of such an interesting conference, along with the presence of so many and distinguished scientists, will lead to useful conclusions concerning the development of the cherry cultivation. Apart from your scientific obligation, it is now my pleasure to declare the conference officially open. Thank you very much.
Greek, that is over, don't worry, I don't know any other Greek words. And let's say I accepted the invitation of George Maganaris to be here, and thanks to George, I'm a little embarrassed, but I'm a little bit confident to have Greg and Jose on the side. So because as Jose say, we want to listen some of the researchers that are not doing the cherry as the main research activity. So I told George already a couple of years that I'm working on protection with film plastic and net roofing, and I can say something. He said, no, you must say something more. So I try to look at the last year and the contact I have with several people, friends, I would say, and I try to organize this type of presentation. I have a lot of slides, mainly to see, not to comment. So when I'm ready to my time, please give me 5 minutes before and just an alert. So I decided to